The National Economic Council has alerted Nigerians to the symptoms of the coronavirus and what to do to prevent the disease. Coronavirus found in China has spread to the US, Thailand, Japan, and South Korea. The Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, speaking with the State House correspondents after the NEC meeting presided over by the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on Thursday at the Presidential Villa, said the Minister of Health briefed the Council on coronavirus, Lassa fever, polio eradication, and other health concerns, as well as on effort being made to address the challenges. On polio eradication, Akeredolu said it was clear from the minister's briefing that Nigeria was on course to having polio certification by June 2020.
Sorry, gentlemen of the press, we are also to give you update on discussions on Lassa fever, polio eradication, and improving routine immunization in Nigeria. The Minister for Health was at today's meeting and he briefed the Council properly on polio eradication. It is clear from the Minister's briefing that Nigeria is on course to be polio-free. We'll have polio-free certification by June 2020. That is barring any untoward thing that happens. We have it that 3.5 years passed. We have not recorded a single case of wild polio virus in Nigeria. So Nigeria is doing well. So what we need is 5 months. We need just 5 months to have that status. That is that certification that we are polio free. So if no incident of polio is reported within these 5 months, then that's why we take it to June 2020. Then we will be certified as a nation that is polio free. The minister also reported on incidences of Lassa fever. And as you all know, he reported that Lassa fever now, we have it in Edo, we have in Kano, we have in Ondo State, we have incidents in Ebonyi, and we have in Taraba, resulting in 84 cases and 16 deaths. As of now, the National Council for Disease Control is alert, and they are on top of this. They are working in most of these states now. And I can say that we confirm the fact that they are in Ondo State, where we have recorded more deaths. The minister also reported on the issue of coronavirus, the one that was found in Wuzhou in China, and that there is already fear of its spread to the border of at least 4 countries, USA, Thailand, Japan, and Korea. And it made us know, so it's for the public now to know, what are the symptoms of coronavirus. It's common cold, catarrh, headache, and fever. So you can believe that probably you have malaria, and what you have is not malaria, and you are probably treating malaria. And it says that we have to inform the public that if you don't respond to malaria drugs, you should get immediate health attention so that they can take your sample of your blood and know what really you have. it is necessary for us to strengthen prevention at our port of entry. That means everybody coming into Nigeria, you want to check the temperature of that person. If it's too high, then you will know what to do. So at our port of entry, we have to do a lot. The minister said that we have secured facilities in South Africa where we can send samples to for tests. And that we have model dialysis for our primary health care center, which will be working 24/7. Because a couple of these, particularly Lassa fever, the resultant effect is the kidney. And when the kidney stops functioning, you will need to dialyze the patient. So, but we are informed that Lassa fever is not a killer disease. It is treatable. All you need for Lassa fever, which is now prevalent in the states we mentioned, is for you to show on time. If you identify that sickness and you appear on time before the hospitals, you will get cured. The cost of treatment is high. Not many individuals can afford it. So we have drugs. The minister said there are drugs in all the centers for treatment, Irua, FMC or you have one in Abakaliki and other places. So the federal government has provided enough, and the states concerned and the states where they are located are supporting the federal government effort to ensure that people are treated. The minister also made the case that there is need for us to upscale some hospitals to secondary health care so that we can reduce load of tertiary, that is on tertiary health institutions. And this has to be done. And we also had from the minister a report on use of paracetamol to cook meat. How we come about this, I don't know. But there is the danger in it, and that our people should be aware of this danger, that it has a deadly consequence. Because whether you're using paracetamol or aspirin, some people say they are using it because they want to purify the water that they're using in cooking. It's deadly. And that we should tell Nigerians that at all costs you must avoid this. You cannot, as I said, I don't know how we came about it, that you now put paracetamol to cook meat. It's deadly, it could affect your kidney. And we want Nigerians to know this. So I thank you for listening, and that is what we came up with for the Minister of Health.